What up, everybody? It's Dario Hunt from Live Life Fearless. Welcome back to another episode of Music Files. Today's date is July 2nd, 2018. With me, as always, my co-host, Mr. Dries Walker. Say what up to everybody.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Music Files. And Dario about to chop it up. A little bit of music news and some music that came out recently. I don't know if you know, but it's going to be a big debate.
So we're 2 days out from 4th of July. You got anything planned?
Oh, man, I don't know. Not really. I really just want to go to a barbecue, but I really don't know which barbecue I'm going to make it to first. So we'll see how it goes.
So you're just going to show up? You're not even going to bring no food with you?
You got to figure out who's got the right grill, what's going on, so I can get there at the right time, bring your own meat and shit, so. Probably gonna have to go to the store tomorrow so I can marinate some stuff.
You better get there early then. You know that rush hour. Wait last minute.
I know, right? Nah, you eat the food they brought first while your food is getting ready. And then you just, that's how it works at the cookout.
Alright. Well, so before we get into this whole Drake Scorpion talk, which obviously we're going to be talking about mostly on this episode, there's a few news items I want to talk about. That happened over the last couple of weeks. So Ed Sheeran is being sued again. This for over $100 million for supposed song similarity or stealing. But
oh really?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
His Thinking Out Loud is now at the center of two lawsuits. And he was first sued.
Damn.
He was first sued last year by the heirs of Edward Townsend Jr., co-writer of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which they're alleging takes enough from, influence and style-wise to warrant a lawsuit. I think we talked about this, actually, a few months ago a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we did.
Well, that's a little weird. What's he going to be? I mean, he's kind of hailed as a dope writer, right?
He's supposed to be this fantastic songwriter. Yeah? I wonder why. I mean, if you steal from Marvin Gaye, it's some of the best, ain't it?
Starting to sound a little questionable, Ed. What's going on, Ed Sheeran? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, so another company, Structured Asset Sales, SAS, they just joined the lawsuit. So yeah. All over Let's Get It On. Over $100 million.
That's good. $100 million?
Over.
$100 million. Well, damn. I don't know what Ed Sheeran's gonna do. He's just gonna have to sign over 100% of the rights to whatever that project, that song is, or whatever. Cause
I mean, I don't know, because Let's Get It On is such an iconic song. Everybody knows that song. But Thinking Out Loud, I didn't when I heard it, I didn't think, oh, Marvin Gaye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't go to that at all.
At all.
I never think about Marvin Gaye when I think about when I'm listening to Ed Sheeran. So that thought never came across to me. Especially, even though that's the song, I didn't think about it at the time. I never really listened to it to look for it, though, necessarily, either.
Right. So. I'm definitely going to have to go listen to this again. But I think, we did talk about this because it's the suit is kind of landmark, because if you can sue somebody over style, influence, you can sue basically everybody. So
Lil Wayne's going to get a lot of checks in the mail. No, just
so we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. But yeah.
T-Pain? No, I mean,
yeah,
it's a can of worms.
So yeah, it's coming. So Coachella is now being sued also.
By who? The fans or the performers?
The organizers of Sold Out Music Festival in Oregon filed a federal lawsuit against Golden Voice producers over Coachella's Radius Clause, the contract that prohibits artists from playing at any other festival from December 15th to May 1st. I didn't know they had this clause. It's a little sneaky shit right there, bro.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why a lot of people don't do it. Is because of the clause.
I didn't know they had that. That's some real sneaky shit, bro.
That's why the bag has to be right. So like these artists are like
Yeah, you
the
can't
bigger
go
their
to other
name is on the
festivals.
poster, yeah, because they can't tour while
That's
they're
5. Well,
doing.
no, they can tour. They can't
Well,
play
yeah,
at
they
other
can do they can do
festivals.
venues. They can do venues, but it's a summer. It's a festival season. It's like
No, because it's from December to May. Is there? They can't
well, that's
go
when
to
it
other
kicks
festivals.
off the summer, though. You know, like I remember the Red Rocks has a bunch of stuff popping off in May. And,
Well, May 1st is the end of it, but it starts December 15th to May 1st.
oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's still a long time.
That's a lot. That's a
That's
good
more
5.
than a quarter. That's
like,
longer than a quarter.
It's about almost a good 5 months.
Yeah. Huh. The bag better be real good. I don't mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be.
At first, it was reported to extend to only 5 western states: California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and Arizona. Now details have emerged that the clause encompasses a much larger region.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
it's, I mean, I bet you do it to guarantee exclusivity.
Yeah, but I mean, artists do that anyway. Like on their set. Like that's why Eminem didn't have his shit recorded on set because he didn't want his tour shit recorded. And Kendrick did that, I think, on Summer Jam because they have their like tour stuff. So I mean, artists do that when they don't want to have certain stuff shown. But like,
I mean, Eminem got a different level of clout than a lot of people.
yeah,
They're not being sued by the artist. They are being sued by this other festival located, I think, in Oregon, because they're saying it's preventing them from securing acts for their festival.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because Coachella's
Even
massive
if
now.
it-
They got like 100+ artists almost.
Even if I could match the fee or throw you another 25, you still can't come over here.
Yeah,
Even if you have the time, even if it's a month before or after, you can't.
that's some real slick shit, bro. I didn't know that.
That's crazy. That's interesting.
Coachella here trying to bury the competition, bro.
For real though, they're like, there are no festivals happening when we're doing our shit. Like, if there's a festival, you're getting fucked. Like,
So
shit.
I guess I've just been getting a lot of news about people suing people. So now Azealia Banks has started a crowdfunding campaign to raise money to sue Russell Crowe.
I saw that shit. I died laughing. I saw that and was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. I was like, she must have new music coming out.
She does. I told you that Anna Winter was fire, though. I ain't going front, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, she's like promoting. I was like, she got more than Anna Winter coming out or what?
She got an album. I know she's working on an album for sure, but the Anna Winter is something crazy.
Yeah.
But
So I mean,
for people that don't know, what was it maybe a year or 2 ago with RZA when they were like promoting a movie or something, trying to get funding for a movie or something she was in? They were like with
Yeah.
Russell Crowe at some party, and she's alleging that he physically assaulted her and spit on her and called her like derogatory names.
yeah.
RZA said that it didn't happen. Then they kind of backtracked. So I don't know it's kind of that he say she said type of thing. But
Yeah.
being who she is and all the shit that she's already been like associated with, people don't give her the benefit of the doubt. And they kind of just wrote her off. Like, oh, this is just her doing some more bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
True. I will say though, her Breakfast Club interview made me like her a little bit more. Like the last one she recently had, maybe like 3 months ago or 4 months ago.
She would, to me, she would have an amazing career and be so much bigger than she is now if she would just get out of her own fucking way.
Yeah, I mean, she's like a walking meme. Like she just, you hear her name and you expect something like
Bullshit.
kind
Anything
of
but
awkward
music, basically.
yeah, anything but music. Or about music, but not hers, basically. Like she's saying something about somebody else.
Her saying something crazy, her doing something crazy, like
Yeah, what she do, what she say, like, oh, who fucked her over this time that, like, that somehow it's not her fault. Like, she
Yeah.
kind of seems like the boy, girl who quieted wolf kind of thing, like, in the industry. Except for the way she painted RZA, though, I will say, made it look like I wouldn't want to work with RZA. Like,
But again, it's coming from her, and she's like an unreliable source at this moment because of everything in her past.
true.
If she would just let her music speak for itself, she would be doing so much better instead of crying like, "Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not this because of
I
this.
feel like
Oh, they suck. Cardi B sucks." All right, but like when you do this shit, people don't want to fuck with you.
Exactly. Like nobody, like she's a loose cannon, but then like she backtracks. It seems like
She backtracks a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
she
that's what I'm
gets very
saying.
contradictory. Like she'll be like, "Oh, fuck this artist," blah blah blah.
She clearly acts
And
off
then
of
she'll
emotion,
be
and then
bigging
she's
him
like,
up,
"Oh, I shouldn't have said that."
"Oh," right? Like it's weird.
And it's
I don't know.
fucked her career basically. But
Yeah.
because her debut album had smashes on it, like 212, like bro, she had some crazy shit on there
I feel
that
like
nobody else
because her
can do.
music's good, she's still gonna do well. I feel like she's kind of like a Jason Derulo, but with the circus.
She's
Like Jason Derulo with the circus.
she's still in the conversation because her music is so good and so fucking different and unique from
Yeah, because
everybody
we
else.
wouldn't care if like like if like Bad Baby or whatever her name is was doing all this stuff, we would care less. But like,
It's like, man, just your
Just a
music
little
is
bit.
fire. Like, why can't you just leave it at that?
yeah,
You know. But so so I don't think the crowdfunding is going very well. But she's involved with some more shit, dragging that whole situation back
it
up.
sounds like a skit. It sounds like an SNL skit with Azealia Banks. Like Azealia Banks crowdfunds. Like that's a skit they would do with her if she was a big artist. Like the fuck.
I just
They
feel-
probably will if she gets out of her way. They could like make fun of this like with her. That'd be
And she probably could. She seemed like she actually got a genuine sense of humor. It's just like, she's just too much sometimes. So, Joe Jackson, I'm sure you heard about this. He passed away last week at 89, July 26th. No, he was born July 26th. When did he pass away?
27.
Last week at some point. Last Wednesday, I believe, he passed away at the age of 89. The famous for many reasons, Joe Jackson.
Yeah. MJ's pa
He outlived MJ, which is kind of fucked up, but yeah.
by a long, like MJ died what year? Like 2013?
No, before that, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I was in college. So I want to say, like, maybe July 11. So around there.
Yeah, Michael was like 55,
50.
50. Oh, Prince was 55. Or no. Somebody was 55. But 50 is crazy. That's so young.
But yeah, so
But
he died
Joe-
of cancer. 89 years old.
Interesting.
Say what you want about him. He did create the greatest pop star ever in the history of music. So
The greatest pop star of all time.
that's like that.
Greatest.
That's like that Eddie Griffin joke where he was talking about Joe Jackson. He was like, "Yeah, I wish my dad would have whooped my ass into stardom like that." You know what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
it was like, yeah, he fucked you up completely, but you definitely weren't going to be at that level without him at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, you had no childhood, boo-hoo, but look, you're you're the world's
like,
greatest superstar now.
I'm saying people would literally passed out by just like being around you and like seeing you in person. That's how big he was. Crazy.
Right. Yeah, that is great.
Last news item. Another sad one. Another situation that we talked about last show. Smoke Dogg, the up and coming Toronto rapper,
That smoke.
OVO associate, was gunned down, broad daylight, and
Yeah.
just like X, there were people filming it and like putting it on social media.
Yeah. I'm not looking that up either. Definitely not watching none of that. Rest in peace, Smoke, and all his people, his family and friends. Once again, let's not talk, down about the person that passed. Let's just, respect everybody. except for like the bullshit. We can talk shit about the bullshit. The street violence, that shit is. It's crazy. This is so close to the last one with X, but
That's three. X, Smoke Dogg, and Jimmy
oh
Walpo.
yeah, Jimmy.
And Smoke Dogg was what, 21 years old too?
Yeah, that's like that's what's so weird right now.
He
It's
just
like,
he
what these.
he was just like breaking through, and he like just opened for Drake on the Boy Meets World tour he did in Europe.
Yeah,
And I think he was on More Life, I believe.
I think I don't remember because More Life was one of the lower projects I listened to. I didn't listen to that one as hard as Scorpion.
But he was definitely like getting that boost, and like he was on that verge of like really breaking through like that to the, like the mainstream hip hop audience. And
yeah, he's definitely about to pop in a year.
and yeah, lost him at 21, man. And I stand by what I said, man. There's the mentality of the culture has to change at some point, because this is just out of hand. Like, it's just happening in Toronto, bro, in Canada. Like, not just the U.S. Like, you can't just blame that on, you know, just the environment. That's like, music definitely had a part in this, because I guess they were reporting that last week or the week before he, some whatever reason, he went to his ops or like his whatever group of people he's having beef with. He went to their neighborhood and like recorded a diss video.
Oh my god. You can't do that after you tour with Drake, my G. That doesn't even make sense. How are you gonna do that? You can't, like, after you tour with Drake, you're gonna go do some neighborhood, like, that's like some 16-year-old street kid shit. Like, I'm gonna shoot a video in front of my. That's crazy, and they clapped back with that.
A week later.
That's
I'm not saying. Look, I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened, but I mean, we've seen it many times.
Well, obviously, there's more there, I think, than
we've seen it many times. This type of timing where a rapper does something like that, and then a week or two later, they're gone down, and it's not that hard to kind of see a correlation between the two. I'm not going to say that that's the causation of it, but there's definitely a correlation between those two. And I just think, like I stand by what I said, man. At some point, people gotta be tired of talking about this shit. Like, us killing each other at like 20 years old when we just trying to get up out of it and get pulled back into it. It's just a trap, and like the mentality just gotta change at some point. You know, or otherwise, like, this is gonna keep continuing. We're just gonna keep getting stories like this. And I feel like the younger generation is just really like clout chasing at this point, and like doing stuff that's putting themselves in harm's way because of that. And then like they have to come back even harder because it's like everything's being aired out, everything's being recorded, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like it's just gonna continue to escalate until like something changes, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's the evolution of the technology. People are.
Because I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying that people wasn't beefing before, doing all that stuff before. Yeah, for sure. But a lot of that stuff, all the major stuff was happening like behind the scenes, and like dude wasn't on IG, on YouTube, posting videos, talking shit. Like,
yeah, there was no text messaging.
There was none of that pressure from the other side that you have to react to this now. Like, you have to, or you not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like we're fighting you. Like, you can't even fight nobody now because everything's being recorded. So you get your ass whooped. What do people do now? They go and get the kind of shit because it's like
world star.
Before you get your ass whooped, and only the neighborhood knows. And you know what I'm saying? And like, and then you could, and it could just be dead right there. Like, you could end it right there.
And you might beat his ass in another fight later. Like,
right. And now it's like, all right, like I got my ass whooped on camera. I got embarrassed. Like, now I got to come back like 10 times harder type of shit. Like. So it's out of hand, bro.
Watch Friday.
Out of hand, bro.
You know, when Pops took the gun away, that's the key. Just use your fists and figure it out. And if you don't, you can live to fight another day. Everybody walks away. Figure this shit out.
So RP Smoke Dogg, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna say, bro. RP down. So, I mean, we were just talking about Drake and how he's he was loosely affiliated with OVO and everything. So we just go ahead and hop
Yeah.
into this Drake Scorpion conversation.
Scorpion.
So we're gonna go track by track, more or less. I'm not gonna go in depth on every track. There's too many. But first, I want to just get your general overall reaction and impressions to Scorpion. Did it live up to the hype?
Word. Well, so there's two issues with this.
Just two?
One is just two initially. The problem was when you first go to the project when it drops, the first thing we're thinking about is Pusha T. Pusha T is like in our mind lingering. He changed the way the whole album sounded the first listen. So I had to literally wait. I had to listen to it and then get all of my like, oh, that could be this and that, oh, respond, blah blah blah, out of the way before I could like hear the music better, because I was like too focused on this topic. So once I got past the topic, then like I was like, oh, this shit is like way better than I thought. And then but that first listen when I was looking for all the Pusha T stuff, as soon as I got to side B, I hated everything. I was like, what the fuck? And then I listened to like 2 songs and loved it. And then on my later listen, I just didn't listen to any of the rap, like at all, and just played side B without like hearing any of the Drake shit from the rap. And then I was like, oh, this album's amazing.
He didn't even rap on side B.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I was listening to, at first I hated side B because I listened to all the rap, and then like the style was such a like drastic like sound difference with Peak that I wasn't ready for Peak when I first, and then like the next song, and then the next song, and then so listening to it by itself, those songs actually got better every time I listened to them. So that's how I feel initially.
Okay. I guess I can just one word really sums it up for me. Underwhelmed. Highly underwhelmed. I've listened to it more than a few times trying to get, a really good feel for it. And like you, the first time I heard it, I was like, nah, this shit is, mm-mm. And then, a couple songs grew on you a little bit more, especially on the second side. The second disc. But for one, far too many tracks, way too long. Lost focus multiple times throughout the listen.
Oh yeah, I had to listen to it 5 times to like actually hear every song.
Too many songs that sound similar, and it's just like, okay, like 25 of this is there is such thing as too much Drake.
I feel you, but I could even argue that too at the same time, honestly.
And then the second side, okay, so what he did is he tried to answer all. So my reaction is up.
Yeah, keep going.
So my reaction is up as of today. Went out earlier
You already
today.
got it up. Oh, okay.
So you'll see a lot of my feelings about it, but in just general, it's just like he tried to please everybody. He tried to answer all of his critics. Oh, he even did it in like the editor's notes. I hate when Drake raps. Oh, I hate when Drake sings. Right. Oh, he's a pop star. Oh, this and that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know. That's what he said. So this is like his answer to everybody. And by trying to answer everybody, I don't think he answered anybody. Like, it's just that whole situation. Like, you try to please everybody and you end up pleasing nobody because it was so unfocused. And it was just like... Mm-hmm. And honestly, how I felt was that majority of the songs, even the good ones, the ones that I liked, felt like different versions of some Drake shit we've already heard before.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out too.
When I hear a song and my instant reaction is automatic, like, oh, this sounds like da da da. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this sounds
like you're like, is this the same beat?
Oh, this reminds me of that. So he's got that like Western Road Flows type of songs always on his album.
Yeah,
but like one of them. Here he's got like at least five of them. And it's like, okay, like, I don't need 5 of your, like, confessionals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many. Like, way too many. And like you said, the whole Pusha T thing definitely fucked with the release of his album because you can tell he went back and he changed a lot of shit to try to respond to all the shit he was getting from the situation.
Did, and it was kind of, that's what was annoying off the first listen.
But then he never actually responded directly to Pusha T. He did it in so many subliminals. It was just like, I'm tired of hearing this, like you alluding to the shit, bro. Like,
but so once I got past that part, that's when I figured out that most of the stuff, I feel like the last song was already written before the Pusha T beef, but then he had to...
The context changed it, bro.
The context changed it. So I think he was going to reveal his son with the album, but Pusha T fucked it up 2 weeks early. Like 3 weeks, 3 weeks early.
This is why Pusha T got the W, bro. Because of this. He made the man change his whole shit, bro. Like,
that's crazy, though. No, I said Pusha T won the beef. He definitely won the beef.
For me, he could have just did one song responding to the shit and just left it at that.
Yeah, but that's the whole problem here, and this is actually why it's like a double-edged sword, because the beef is dead. So if Drake dedicated a song attacking Pusha T,
I didn't say attack. I said addressing all the shit that he brought up.
Oh, just like, oh, okay.
Because he addressed it, but he did it on like 5 songs. He did it on the intro. He did it on the Emotionless. He did it on 80 out of 10. He did it on March 14th. Like, he did it on Sanders Rose. Like, how many times you got to address the situation throughout an entire album? Like, just do it one time, be done with it.
A little bit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, all right, and that's another problem I have. So he had all of these things set up to be like almost an epic album per se. He had all the producers. He had like DJ Paul. He had DJ Premier. He had 40. He had you know what I'm saying? Like he had Boy Wonder. He had some crazy shit. Then he had like then you see a Michael Jackson feature. Then you have a Jay-Z feature. And you're like, okay, this shit could be fire. But I don't fuck with the Michael Jackson song at all. And I barely fuck with the Jay-Z song. They were just what's crazy? Felt very uninspired.
I hated the Jay-Z song the first time.
I still don't like it.
Well, no, the first time I loved the beat.
I don't hate it, so but I'm just like, this shit's not that great, bro.
Beat. That's the DJ Paul beat.
I've heard much better DJ Paul beats, bro. I'm just
that beat sounds like murder. That beat sounds dangerous. I love that shit. That shit is hard. It grows on me. So here's the thing, though. You said it like he was trying to please everybody. So that's what's crazy about like trying to like go through this album. It's like there literally are things for everyone. Like it's not like so there are things not for you and not for me and not for somebody. Like that's the problem. Is like I think he knows that no one's going to like every song. Like it's kind of a weird way to make a project. But
so that doesn't make a good album, bro.
But that wasn't his goal. It's not to make somebody listen to the entire thing, but to get. He was basically with that. Remember, I did that artist. Remember Kara Walker, that art show, and remember her whole fucking press release was just like this. It was some shit like just talking about her and media basically, and like, oh, you guys think this and blah 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 blah. Like her show kind of reminded me of this album. It was like, I'm so great. Everyone hails me up at the top. So even if I don't try, but I still give you new stuff that you've never seen me do before, and I didn't push it to where I know I could take it, you're still going to love it because there's a little bit that's new here, but not enough for you to be amazed at the new things I did. So it's like greatness being like, I'm still giving you something, but I'm not going to try my hardest. That's how I feel about this whole project, basically. It didn't feel like he tried his hardest, but it feels like a good body of work.
Bullshit. He definitely tried his hardest, and he definitely thought this was going to be some fire, but it was not fire. And especially when in context of everything that's happened this summer, and all the music that's come out this year, and then like all his peers, like with Cole's last shit and Kendrick last shit, and you know what I'm saying, Pusha T shit, like it's just. Bro, this is not it, bro. I'm sorry, this is not it. This is average at best. I told you, like, at least 6 times, at least. All the way through. Well, it's average, bro. Like, I'm bored, like, going through the album.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm picking up stuff.
He's got quotables, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he makes good music. It's good. It's a good Drake. There's good Drake songs.
Yeah.
It's not like his best shit though. Like I said, it feels like different
it's not his
versions of shit that he's done before.
But it does feel great and refined, and like it definitely feels better than every young boy that's out. And definitely
Questionable, because it definitely feels like he's trying to ride waves again.
Well, I think he's showing it wasn't. See, that's the thing is like it's not even a ride in the wave. Drake, that's just what Drake does at this point.
So nonstop,
he's like,
so nonstop doesn't
nonstop.
sound exactly like a Black Boy JB song.
So that's the thing. The first time I
so
heard
I'm
Nonstop,
upset doesn't feel exactly like another one of those songs. Come on, bro.
Black Boy JB is not the first person I thought of. The first person I thought of was 21 Savage. Because that's a 21 Savage song.
Nah, I'm upset is more of a 21 Savage song than Black Boy JB. That Nonstop sounds exactly like a Black Boy JB beat.
The way Drake raps is 21 Savage cadence, like no, like that mumble under the beat, say something on top real slow, and then say it. That's.
So you're gonna tell me that's not riding waves?
No, that's an example. That's showing you an example of that technique executed with my talent. That's like saying, wouldn't you love that artist try that?
No, because I'd rather listen to Black Boy JB shit than that. I'd rather listen to 21 Savage doing it on that beat than Drake.
I actually wouldn't rather listen to Black Boy.
You're tripping. So I'm upset sounded better with Drake on it than like 21 would have. Like, I'm sorry, but
that's the crazy thing. I'm upset. Sounded like trash because of the Pusha T context. When I listened to it in this album, like, through, without, like, thinking hard about it, by the time I got to the end of the song, I actually liked the song more. Just because I'm not thinking about...
It's a cool song to, like, throw some shit on, like, but, bro, it's not even a good Drake song. Like, we're comparing Drake to Drake. We're not comparing Drake to 21 Savage, bro.
I know we're not. We're not. So, I'm upset. It shouldn't have been a single. But
Nice for What? Nice for What still trash. I'm sorry. Like, bro, like, God's Plan is still his best song on the entire album. And that song came out in January, February. What? It's trash.
Is the best song?
I said God's Plan is the best song.
Oh, God's Plan's not the best song.
Really? What song's better?
There's mad songs I would pick.
What song's better?
God's Plan. Over God's Plan? Shit, Finesse. From disc 2. I play Finesse way more than I would play God's Plan.
You're tripping. You've been playing God's Plan since January.
I like the bop on Elevate more than God's Plan.
Average.
And then what's the Nicki joint? That's How You Feel?
Nicki made that shit, but that's not better than God's Plan. Stop,
that
bro.
Shit is fire. That shit is fire.
Stop, bro. I guarantee you go to parties, pool parties, you're gonna hear God's Plan way more than any other song on this album. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Go to 4th of July parties. I guarantee it. I promise you, bro.
Dog, any song that's a single that's
no, bro. It's Drake. That's not true, bro. It's Drake now, bro.
No, that is true.
It's not, bro.
Name any artist whose song.
Every song is charting right now.
Every artist who puts out a single, that song is always the song played the most.
Every song is charting right now.
All 25 songs are the top 25. What are you talking about?
Exactly. So no, you can't say that, bro. Like, that's not a good excuse.
It's not a good excuse. But I'm saying you're talking about the song being played the most, and I'm telling you, every artist who puts out
the album
single,
just came out.
That song is always going to be the
whenever
best
Drake
song.
album comes out, people play album cuts off of that shit the next week all the time at parties. You go to a party right now, I guarantee God's Plan is getting played way more than any other song on here.
I'm in New York. I'm walking by. I was in a Uber with somebody yesterday. They were listening to God's Plan in their headphones, and then they switched it, and they were listening to everything. Basically, they were just listening to the album. But I saw somebody on the train listening to the Jay-Z. They clicked on the Jay-Z looking for it. They were checking for Talked Up.
Because it's an album. It just came out. Of course they're going to look for other songs.
Everybody's playing it right now. Everybody's playing everything.
Because it just came out.
Discrimination. So that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm sorry. Shit. This shit average
God's
as fuck.
Plan is
Alright, well, look.
God's
fuck
Plan
this.
is not a good song to me. I don't like God's Plan.
What? You're
I like
tripping.
all those songs I named more than God's Plan.
You're wildin', bro. Why do you think God's Plan was his first rap #1 ever? Why do you think that
Because
was?
it's not a real rap song.
It's 100% a rap song. How is that not a rap
It's a
song?
hip-hop
He does
song.
nothing
It's a
but
hip-hop
rap on
song.
there, bro. What are you talking about?
It's a hip hop song.
Name his other #1 songs.
What?
Hotline Bling, One Dance. They're all pop shit, bro. Like, come on, dog. This was his
That's what I'm
first
saying.
hip hop #1 song, and you're gonna tell me that it's not a good song? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy talk.
They're the same genre, bro.
It's crazy.
If
No, they're
Hotline
not, bro.
Bling can win best rap song, then
That
all
does
of that is
bullshit.
the
So
same.
you're gonna tell me a bunch of old white motherfuckers and picking rap songs is the way you're going off of labeling songs now? That's how you're gonna go.
I'm
That's how
telling
you're.
you,
That's
God's
how no.
Plan-
That's how you're
What I'm
categorizing the
telling you is
culture.
God's Plan and Hotline Bling to me are both less interesting songs than Elevate, Nonstop, 8 out of 10, Mob Ties, Sandra Rose, Can't Take a Joke, Talk It Up, Is There More, Peak, Jaded, Finesse is the best. Ratchet Happy Birthday, if you listen to that about 10 more times, you're going to love that song.
I like the song.
You're probably going to hear that song a lot.
I like the song.
And I hate that song. Blue Tint, I hated it when I first heard it, but it grew on me a lot. I don't know.
I feel like you have a real trash opinion on this album right now. We're gonna go through the tracks right now. Survival.
That's what I'm saying. You're talking to somebody who listens to different parts of Drake for different reasons. I'm not just listening to him in my car to bump the Drake songs. Like, I've got different... I like Drake for different reasons. Not just... Everybody has their own thing. That's what I'm saying. If you listen to each song...
I think you're trash. So we're gonna go through songs right now, alright? So we're gonna start from the
Okay.
very beginning. We're gonna go through Survival.
Let's do that. Survival.
An average Drake, like an average good Drake song. Like, it's just another one of his confessional songs.
Average?
It's average, bro.
How is that average?
An average Drake song.
Survival's average?
It's an average Drake song.
Survival shits on most of the intros that come out.
What did I say? I said it's an average Drake song.
I don't know,
It's
man.
not. It for sure is none of that. It's not making greatest hits Drake album ever.
Well, it's only 2 minutes.
It's an average Drake song. It's a confessional.
Because
So we're gonna say this.
because-
So this is how we rate songs. This is how I rate songs. It's gonna be Fuego, like cool, whatever, and then hard pass, and then hard pass.
okay, so there's 3 settings.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're on 3 settings, then survival is in the middle.
So an average Drake song.
Average Drake song. Okay.
Okay.
So now I know where we're grading. I just needed to know the 3 steps. Okay, so we got an average Drake song. Yes, I'll agree.
It's a 2-minute intro that clearly was added after the Pusha T situation.
Oh yeah, he definitely redid that intro, or just created that and made it an intro.
Okay, so Black Boy JB song, Nonstop.
Yep. It's fire.
Fuego. You think that's Fuego?
Yeah, man. I hated it until every time I played the album, or just in playlists. When I hear that song, dog, I can't stop not liking it. I just don't not like there's nothing about it that says turn it off. So because I listen to it, I keep bopping. It's not about lyrics. That song's not a lyrical song. So I guess,
I don't even think it's that much of a slapper, to be honest with you.
it's not a slapper. I just think it's a dope song.
Like,
song.
it sounds like Look Alive, but Look Alive was 20 times harder.
Yeah. Look Alive.
Bruh, listen to
I
Nonstop.
just feel
Listen to Nonstop, then listen to Look Alive, and tell me that they don't sound the same.
Oh, they definitely sound the same. But Drake doesn't sound the same on it.
I liked his verse on Look Alive better than I liked his verses on here.
I like the second half of Nonstop better than the way it started up, I guess. And that's so, I guess that's why I like it, because I like how it Just basically after like 45 seconds of the song, then it gets great. But the first, like, when I first was hearing, I was like, what? Because his tone was lower. He started in a low tone, and then he came up later, and I was like, oh, okay. I thought he was just going to rap like that.
Look, people, I would play these songs back to back for you, but you know how YouTube gets if they hear anything on there. So I'm not going to do that. But listen to Nonstop, and then go right back to Block Boy JB and Drake, Look Alive, and tell me that same bop and same rhythm and same flow isn't right there.
Yeah. It's probably the same wave.
If I didn't hear Look Alive, I would probably have liked the song more, to be honest with you. But again, because I keep hearing songs that remind me of shit he's already done, but better,
yeah,
I can't be like, this is fire.
But
I'm like, this is cool.
Playlist. But think about that coming on and this coming on. That's like a lit like dance set right there. If you got Look Alive and then Nonstop or Nonstop and then Look Alive, niggas be like, oh shit, like
it's like it's cool. Nonstop is cool, but like Look Alive was better.
That's why I'm calling it fire, because I still think it goes. I just think it goes. I think it's just think because it is the bounce. It's not a trash. It's one of the most well done in that genre of bounce rap right now. So like I can't call it a mediocre song because it's top tier in that kind of rap.
I'll give it borderline fuego. Borderline.
Okay.
Borderline.
Definitely. Okay. I feel that.
Elevate.
Borderline fuego. Elevate. That shit's fire.
Okay. I'll say
that shit's
in the context of this album, I'll say it's fuego.
Yeah, once you get to Elevate, that's when I'm like, oh, okay.
That was the first time when I really was like, I started actually feeling the song, like the album, because Survival Nonstop didn't do it for me.
Well, Survival was like anticipation. It just felt like you felt like you were like waiting for some shit the whole time. It was kind of weird.
Emotionless.
Oh, fire.
I'll give it fuego.
That's like the longest song on the shit.
5 minutes. It's the Western Road Flow. The Western Road Flow, which he already did on Survival, and he does it again on Emotionless. Another confession. This is my point.
Survival's only 2 minutes, so that's why.
Okay, but if you add up all the confessionals he had on the album, like it's a good like 15 minutes of him just confessing shit, bro. Like I don't know, it's too much, bro. Like it's almost TMI, bro. It's like, dog, like, I'm just trying to hear you rap. I don't need a confessional every time you rapping, bro.
This is his summary. Remember when he said he was coming to give us his summary? Because he didn't give us a summary. He's like, after More Life, he's like, I'll be back in 2018 to give you this summary.
That doesn't mean I need 5 tracks of summary, bro. That's all I'm saying. You could have got this shit out in 2 songs.
He just apparently had a lot of pages.
Emotionless is fire. The beat is fire. I love that sample.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah, that was the Mariah Carey, too. That shit was fire.
That shit was fire.
At first, I didn't know that was Mariah Carey. I was like, wait.
Yeah, emotion, bro.
Like the high note, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Fuego.
I fuck with it.
So we both said fuego. Okay. God's plan. Fuego. Like, fuck. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Every time that shit comes on, everybody go crazy. It's fuego.
Yeah. I'll just call it fire because everybody says it. That's the only reason I'm calling it.
You tripping, bro. You know it's fuego. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
It's a good song.
I don't get how you don't like the song.
I'll call it fuego. Because everything else is better than that shit.
It's not, though. It's really not, though. I'm upset.
It's an okay song.
Man,
I'm upset.
It's cool.
Yeah, we'll put that in the middle. The meh. Nah.
I could have lived without it.
Yeah, it was just bad timing. If I heard it without hearing it as a single, if I heard it after, like instead of, if I didn't hear it before the album release, I might have liked I'm Upset better.
If it was on the mixtape, I would have liked it much better.
Oh yeah, if he switched Diplomatic Immunity with I'm Upset.
Diplomatic Immunity was hard, bro. Come on, what are you talking about?
I'm surprised. No, that's what I'm saying. I want him to put Diplomatic Immunity.
But that's another confessional. How many do you want?
That's what I'm saying.
How much emotion do you want? Like, how much do you want, bro?
That's Drake in his bag.
I want him to rap, bro. That's not him in his bag.
What do you mean? Finesse is like the most emotional song on here. I guess I'm into like when Drake in his feelings, he talking that shit into like. Yeah, unless I'm at the gym, then I want the fucking. Then I like don't need the fucking confessionals. But I'm like, I be in the studio. I be like painting and shit. I'm a painter.
Tears be flowing while you be listening to Drake hitting that, talking that shit.
Hey man, just like I feel you, dog. I feel you, dog. Like, shit, just fucking.
You like the act of this conversation right now.
Oh man, nah. Act doesn't like all these songs either.
Nah, I don't watch Everyday Struggle, but I watched today because I needed to see all the mental gymnastics he was gonna do to explain this one.
Oh and my god, he did
full on mental gymnastics trying to explain every shit because he was like, "There's a lot." He took off like 12 tracks for the album. Then he was like, "A lot of the shit was like average. Average is good." But it's still the best album of the year. I said, what? Like, yo, that's how I feel like you do it right now, dog. Like, not on that extreme, though. You can't take 12 tracks.
Didn't you say it's because of the 7-track album?
What does that have to do? What does that mean?
Well, it just means that if
all 7 are fire.
If I can listen to 2 of the good music projects and listen to
and they're still better than Drake's project?
I might listen to this over 2 of those projects.
Just because, so you're telling me more equals better? Is that the equation?
No, I'm saying that because there's more time, it's literally more of my life invested in a project.
But it's not, wasn't the question though. It's not a better project though.
It is a better project. If I can enjoy a project for a longer period of time, it's a better project.
If you're skipping through over half the project, it's not a better project.
I'm not skipping through half the project.
Act was skipping through half the
middle songs aren't skips.
A lot of these are skips.
Song is a skip.
A lot of these are skips.
The middle songs aren't skips.
Act just said he took off 12 tracks from 25. 12
tracks is roughly half, so that's a bad album if you take
so
off.
This is what I'm saying. So if you're taking off 12 tracks, that's not like that doesn't that math doesn't add up.
I don't know. I gotta finish that episode. I don't know, man. That's funny. That's hilarious. If Act took off 12 tracks, that's hilarious, and he's trash.
We're gonna come back to this because I think you just tried to tell me that Drake's Scorpion was a better album than Pusha T's. So I'm gonna have to talk about this because that shit don't make no sense to me. But 8 out of 10. Fuego.
Oh yeah, 8 out of 10's fire.
A bunch of subliminals thrown at Pusha T. But of course he didn't say his name. Of course he didn't really want that smoke like that. All that free smoke is gone. I just like, so it changes again. It changes the way I hear his music and the way I approach.
That's what I'm saying.
The shit he's talking, because I know what just happened.
Exactly, it just happened, so it made shit sound weird.
So
then I kept. The only reason I could honestly not if I felt that way hardcore, I would hate this album. If I felt hardcore about it, I would not listen to this shit.
No, it's cool, but like I said, it definitely changed the way I heard shit.
Oh yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying.
Like hearing him talk shit on this song specifically, was like, but really, but really, are you really about that though?
But really,
we've seen what happened. Are you
Drake? No.
You talk about kiss his ass goodbye and shit. But did you though?
I know. I was like, are you literally talking to Pusha T?
Did you
kiss his ass goodbye? That's a questionable bar. Honestly, that's a questionable.
There's a lot of questionable bars on here though. This is him bragging, basically.
But it's still a fire song.
It is, but it changes the way you hear it because he's bragging after he just took an L. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he also what was that? Sandra's Rose.
We're getting there.
We're not there yet. Yeah.
So we said Fuego. Mob Ties. I'll give it Fuego.
Fire.
I'll give it Fuego. I like the beat.
Fire.
I definitely like that.
See,
that
but
rhythm.
then Mob Ties. So that's the kind of thing though, because we're talking about people dying, and I'm like, literally, all they have to do. These are 2 guys that if they disrespect everyone in their camp, someone in the camp is getting hurt. Like, someone in the camp's getting touched. It might not be them, but someone in the camp because of retaliation. So I feel like this is the only way Drake can dance around it without physical retaliation happening.
Nah, Drake took an L.
Well, because think about it. Pusha T's going to come back no matter what Drake responds with, even if it's oh, I can't believe he said, oh, blah, blah. Pusha T's definitely going to come back, so the beef's not going to be over. It'll never dead. It'll never dead.
Whatever you want to say, Brad. Drake took an L. That's all.
He put in that slick line, though. It was like, it's like, yeah, like, what did he say? Like, something about deading it, like, it's not deaded until somebody's dead or something. Like,
that sounds great, bro. You just took an L. Like, just take the L, bro. Like,
it's true. It's true. He bowed out.
I don't need
sixes, no sevens.
I don't need 30 reasons. I don't need 30 reasons why you bowed out of the beef. Just say you just
all sevens,
just no
sixes, Dario.
Yeah, like 6 songs explaining why he bowed out. Like, all right, bro, it's too much, bro.
I've accepted my role as the good guy.
That was
I heard that, I was like, wait, what do you mean?
That was kind of a lame line. I'm gonna be real with you. Can't take a joke.
Oh, fucking flames.
Nah, it was cool.
The more I heard that song, the more I fucking loved that shit.
It was cool. I don't like the hook at all.
The Can't Take a Joke is more like the Non-Stop in terms of not very lyrical, but like just like a bop. Like, it just has a bop that like, if I'm just like feeling that wave, then it's lit.
I really don't fuck with it that much. Sandra Rose, though, this one's fuego for me almost exclusively because DJ Premier gave him some fucking fire. Like, I love when
Premier
these new niggas get back with Premier.
And it's crazy, too, because it's like, it's not like Premier all over it.
Yeah, it's not a ton of scratches, but it's got that Premier flavor that you can tell. Like, when I knew Premier would produce my album, I didn't know what song it was, but when I heard this one, I was like, yeah, that's Premier.
Yeah, definitely.
And he gave him some fucking fire, bro.
And he made that one of the best songs.
No, he did his thing. That's fire for me. Yeah. Fuego is one of my favorite songs on the album.
Yeah, what was that quote? Because he was talking about his mom. He's like, because Sandra Rose, Drake's mom's name is Sandy, so he was talking about being the chosen one, like, because a rose can't pick itself or something like that.
Something like that.
Or a flower can't pick itself. I thought that was a clever, like, way to flip being the chosen, like being a chosen one and the flower, and yeah. I
said he's got a ridiculous amount of quotables, like always.
Fuck yeah, dog.
It's just, after what happened, it changes a lot of the shit that I take it as. Like, it's just like, but do you really? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some questions.
It's weird.
Talk Up is just, almost hard pass for me. I skipped this song, I'm not going to lie to you. After I heard the first couple times, I just want to get Jay-Z's verse. I'm kind of good on it.
I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of in the I love it, but then I skip it too now. I'm never in that mood. I
love Ball, but I'm sorry, this beat I don't think was right for this collaboration. And I didn't really like what Drake was saying, and it just didn't work for me. Didn't work for me.
And honestly, I thought Jay-Z would have been better on something like, like 8 out of 10 or...
Sandra Rose.
Yeah, Sandra's Rose. I mean, shit, there's a few things. Is there more? I mean, shit.
This is a big reason why I was disappointed, because the big moments like this fell super flat for me.
Yeah, that was strange. But then that's what's so weird, though, also, is that, like, I can't get rid of this song because of how important it is in terms of the month of June as well. Because we're talking about all this shit that's happening.
Talking about Jay's line, y'all killed X, let Zemina live, streets is done line.
Yeah, but not only the line, but that Jay-Z is on Drake's album. Kanye...
But it doesn't matter if it's underwhelming. Again, like, it doesn't matter.
No, but that's the problem. That's exactly it. It looks like it was just for the look. It looks, but why? Because Jay-Z did the verse, like, because it was so recent. So that's what I'm saying. Is like there. It was,
Oh yeah, he did in the last 2 weeks.
Odd. It seemed really odd, but like, why would Jay get into the booth and spit a verse for Drake's shit, knowing the impact that like, oh, Jay-Z and Drake? Like,
well, you're getting real conspiracy theorists. I mean, and then you could probably say the same thing. Why would he drop right after Nas?
That's not conspiracy theorists. Jay-Z's the only feature on the first disc.
And?
He just beefed with and we've been talking about Pusha T this whole time, and I'm saying, and we're talking about how all he was talking about was Kanye, and the nigga that Kanye hates the most right now is Jay-Z.
That's speculation. Bro, they just said they was cool.
I don't know if they're cool if Jay-Z had to address him on his wife collab album and shit.
Because they were just, bro, you know that shit was recorded like at least a year ago. Guaranteed. Those are throwaways from Lemonade and 444 sessions. We already talked about that.
Yeah, they're throwaways. But still. It just came out on a Kanye rollout with Nas. I'm just saying, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I didn't go that deep.
Jay-Z knew his album was coming out, so maybe it was just for his album.
I didn't go into it that much. It's just
I just thought it was
it's weird. A disappointing Jay-Z and Drake collaboration, bro. That's all.
Yeah, no, true. It's not one of their best.
It's probably their worst, or one of their worst for sure.
It's one of their worst, but there was one that I did not like at all. So
which one? The one on Blueprint 3?
Probably, and that was a fucking double album like this one.
Oh, was it?
Blueprint 3 was it?
Or what? It had like bonus tracks, like a bonus track disc, but it wasn't a double album.
Well, that shit had a lot of songs. I remember.
It had a lot of songs, but it wasn't a double album. So Is There More was just cool for me. Another confessional.
That shit's fire.
Another confessional.
You're just mad that he was confessing.
Another one. It's cool. It just wasn't like, oh my god, this is so fucking good. I can't wait to play this shit over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is cool. So disc 2. Peak. Don't like it. Hard pass for me.
And that's what's crazy. Like I said, when I said I didn't like it the first time, I like Peak right now. I fuck with Peak. Because Peak is on that finesse wave where it's like very slow, like sad, this is not a pick-me-up song. So it's like, it's a weird vibe. It's not like R&B. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's a mood vibe song. So I fuck with Peak. But
we're gonna differ a lot on this second disc because there's a lot of hard passes on here for me.
Oh, so see, that's the thing. Is like I grew into this album and I started liking this too more than the first disc. Honestly,
how much do I have to do to like an album? How many I have to grow into albums now? Like, come on, dog.
I mean,
if that initial feel isn't there,
to each his own, man. To each his own.
So Summer Games, another hard pass for me.
Hard pass?
Yep.
I'll just give that one a middle ground, little
pass.
It's not complete trash, but it feels like a throwaway. But it is June, and I know this is for that.
Jaded, another pass for me.
I could probably do without Jaded.
You know, who the real winner of this whole summer shit though is it's got to be Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign is the winner. He's the artist of the year.
This nigga been on all of their projects, bro.
He's been on every single project that came out,
and not to mention he's been on like almost every project that's come out this year. Period. This guy got more features than anybody I've ever seen in my life since like maybe T-Pain, when he was like really popping. Yeah.
For real though,
bro, he was on almost all the good music shit.
He was in multiple tracks.
Not on everything.
He was on multiple tracks though. I feel like on the projects that he was on like 2 of them per project and shit.
And then he made Drake shit. Wasn't he on Beyonce's?
Kanye's.
No, I'm saying was he on Beyonce and Jay-Z's shit? I wanted to say he was, but I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Maybe not. No, actually, I don't think he was. I don't think he made that one.
That's the one I didn't know, so I was definitely not gonna say it. But
I'm not sure. But this motherfucker been on everything. He was on Tiana Taylor shit too, which we didn't talk about actually. But he's the real winner. This guy is on everything.
Fuck yeah. And that song is dope. Did we get to that song yet?
Which one?
Oh, the Ty Dolla $ign song.
Yeah.
Well,
we just said, he got two, so. The first one was a
That's
hard
why
pass.
I was like, well.
The first one was a hard pass
Right.
for me. Nice for What is a hard pass for me. I get why he did it, and it's cool. Like, girls love it, but it's a hard pass for me.
Dog, Nice for What? To me, beat-wise and all that, I don't know. That's a good song.
I'm good on it. I skip it all the time.
It's a mediocre song for me.
Finesse.
But his singles are mediocre. Both of the singles that, I don't know, God's Plan is mediocre.
God's Plan is... Okay. Well, we're gonna down on that conversation because God's Plan for sure isn't mediocre. But whatever.
God's Plan is the same thing as the Nice for What to me.
Nah.
They're the same thing.
No, it's not. Finesse? I don't get why you like it so much. It was
That shit is fire, dog.
It's
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
That's if you don't like that song, then you probably don't like Drake, basically.
Yeah, I don't like mediocre Drake. I agree.
No, you just don't like Drake
I don't
at
like
all.
mediocre Drake. I agree.
That's crazy. See, that's so crazy. That doesn't even make sense. You saying you don't like Finesse? That's it. It literally, it's hard to imagine.
Saying the guy who doesn't like God's Plan is his number is like one of his biggest hits ever. So,
God.
so what are you talking about?
What I'm
So
talking
you must
about
not be a Drake's fan.
If I think God's Plan, man, God's Plan is everything. We were spoon-fed God's Plan. I don't give a fuck about a spoon-fed song. Can't do it.
I stand by what I said. It's just
That's just crazy, bro. See, that's the thing. So real hardcore people that actually fuck with Drake remember Finesse is like his signature fucking style and shit. That's that Marvin's Room shit.
No, it's not.
That's that like.
You're reaching.
That's that real. That's that shit.
Marvin's Room was fire. You're reaching. Stop it. Stop.
How do you think Marvin's
Ratchet
Room-
Happy Birthday is fuego.
I don't think he listened to this album 6 times.
I did.
He probably listened to 6 songs.
Nah. Finesse is just
song.
I'm sorry.
You only
Ratchet
listen to
Happy
6 songs?
Birthday. We're going on. Ratchet Happy Birthday is fuego.
See, that's oh my god. I'm so confused. We'll just go ahead. That one's mediocre, but we'll keep going.
Ratchet Happy Birthday is mediocre.
Yeah. That's the middle ground, bro.
Like how?
Because it's a birthday song that has the longest build up in the world. It's a great song, but it's not a song that you turn on and you feel like it's your birthday. It's a fucking emotional birthday song. That's an awkward song. An emotional birthday song is awkward, bro. And you think that one's more fire than Finesse. That's why I can't talk to you.
I can't talk to you, bro, right now.
You make no
You
sense
make no
right
fucking
now.
sense at all, dog.
You make 0 sense. dog.
Clearly,
Finesse
well,
is fire.
clearly, you ain't been in clubs like that in a real fucking long time. Because Ratchet Happy Birthday is gonna be a fire in the club.
Oh yeah, that shit's gonna be playing nonstop. The songs that are gonna be playing nonstop are the songs I'm not gonna be playing in my headphones. Those are songs for the club. You don't listen to shit in the club. You just bounce into the fucking sound. If at all. There's a lot of clap songs on here though, dog. If
You
we're
got
talking
some
about
real
vibes.
trash opinions on this album. That's how you feel. It's fuego.
Dog. Your whole opinion on this entire album
You got some
is
real
based
trash
on Pusha
opinions.
T.
You got some real
it's based
trash.
on Pusha T.
You got some real trash opinions on this album.
Your opinion is entirely based
No, it's
on
not.
Pusha T,
It's based on his entire catalog.
It can't be.
How can it not be?
Well, it would have to be based on certain parts.
It's based
of
on
his
shit that he's done
catalog.
before and better.
Some of it's been better, but some of it.
A lot of it's been better.
Right, but everything that's new.
So I don't want to hear a different
way
version, a different weaker version of something you did before, and you're gonna tell me it's fire. Like,
Man, come on, bro. All right, we're gonna have to keep that same energy for other artists. Then we talking about Drake like that.
my favorite artist, Kendrick. Name some shit he did that sounds like the shit he did before.
Are you kidding me, dog? We never shit on Kendrick when he fucks up, dog. We're gonna do that.
I do all the
We
time.
don't talk about singles.
I do all the time. When he gives we guys features, I say shit all the time. What are you talking about?
Kendrick does some trash sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't even know why his name is on this shit.
All the time. All the time I guest features. But I'm talking about projects. And his projects don't sound nothing alike. That's facts. That's big facts.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
And one of his projects
Point
has
made. Next
little to
next
no
song.
replay value.
That's how you
Dog,
feel.
one of his whole albums has like the weakest replay value of all time. That's one of the greatest albums ever made. How do you do that in the same project? That makes no sense. Nobody's listening to the second album.
A lot of people are
But they
listening to
love
the
it.
second album, actually.
Everybody remembers it, but nobody's playing it.
So what are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking about music that people are listening
No, we
to.
wasn't. That's not. See, this is why I know you ain't listening, because that's not what I said. I said I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear you do the same shit you did before,
Stuff
but in
that's
a
better.
different version. That's not better. That's not it. That's not what I'm trying to hear. I ain't got shit to do with your other projects. It's about you doing the same style of song that you've already done before,
Word.
but not even better.
That's why-
I'm just tired. I don't know, my
See,
bro.
but
That's my
the
problem.
thing. You should know. You should know which songs. You should know I hate God's Plan because I fucking hated that song on Kendrick's project. That was like the same shit.
He doesn't
This
have
is
a
what-
God's plan on this song.
This is
What are you
what.
talking about?
No, he has the fucking. This is what. What did he say? This is what God feels.
That's
like?
just fire.
Or some shit? That's the fucking same shit
No,
that I'm
it's-
saying.
that shit's fire.
That's why I don't like songs like that, dog.
That are fire?
don't.
You don't like fire songs?
The song's not fire.
It is fire.
That song is good. It's a good song.
All right.
Is that his best song?
No,
is
it's
that
not.
His best song
but
on
it's
Kendrick's
fire.
album?
No, but it's fire.
That's the best song on that
No, but it's
project?
fire.
And God's Plan is not the best song on that project.
It's arguably the best song on this project. That's
It's definitely
how
not
you
the
feel is fire because of Nicki Minaj.
That's how you feel is Flames. That shit is probably the top 3 on the whole project.
Top 3.
Because of Nicki Minaj. For sure.
Top 3.
But that was like... When was that, That was like from...
This was on a tour.
Powerhouse?
Yeah, this was on some concert shit. Yeah,
Like
this was
4
like a
years
real
ago.
feature.
Yeah. Like a 4-year-old feature. That's interesting, though. A 4-year-old...
It was interesting. At first, I was like, I didn't know where the song was going or like what it was trying to do, but it grew on me, and I was like, yo, this is fire. Just because the way
I
she was
kinda
talking
like
shit
the
on there, I
old-
like that.
Yeah, I like the DJ like vibe, like
Yeah, yeah.
the cuts, like
Which is very
it was cool.
Kendrick Lamar like. Blue Tint.
Oh yeah, I had that vibe. I felt that too.
Blue Tint is fire.
That is fire,
Fuego.
but only off second listen. I thought it was good the first time, and then the second time I was like, oh,
Shit's
this is
dope.
flame.
The
It
shit,
was just
and
because
the
it's
shit
so
he's
long.
talking is dope. That's the shit I wanted him to talk. I don't want to hear all this confessional shit on every track. I want to hear him talk that
Honestly-
shit. This is the Drake talking that shit.
He couldn't though. He had to change his whole album.
Yeah, but why? Yeah, you know why.
Hey, because of Duppy.
I got shit to do with Duppy. In my feelings, Fuego.
Oh yeah, I was like, how does that one go again? Yeah,
That shit's a vibe. Keisha, why you want me?
that shit is flames. Honestly, I feel like that probably would be my.
If I want to hear some
favorite
R&B
song
type
off of
shit,
this
that's
project.
the R&B type Drake I want to hear.
That shit is flames.
This was
That shit
fire.
kind of had like, and that's what was weird. Is like I felt like some of these songs could have. I don't know. It's weird. The whole project is weird.
Don't matter. Hard pass. Real hard pass for me. This is probably my least favorite song on the entire project.
Oh, my phone that shit. Wait, don't matter.
Featuring Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did a hard.
You know what I've never listened to, like what I felt when I've heard a Michael Jackson song? You know what this is missing?
Uh-huh.
A rapper. Let alone Drake on it. Like, no. No, bruh.
Oh man, I like I love how offended you are. Honestly, this is a weird. That was weird.
Trash. Trash. I'm sorry.
It's not
Trash.
trash.
It's
not
trash. It's trash.
It's just
if
weird
you're gonna put
that,
Michael Jackson on a song like that, this is trash, bro.
If you're gonna,
You know he put the bands up too for that
Nobody's
unreleased.
putting Michael Jackson on anything.
Exactly. You know he put that band up, them bands up to get him on this song too, to get that unreleased.
Yeah, that shit was probably like a fucking $250,000.
And this is what you and this is how you used it. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't trying to feel that shit.
It's
bro.
kind of weird. There's like extra reverb. There's a hint of auto tune and echo on Michael's voice, and it's like I've never heard Michael with this much production on his voice.
He doesn't need it that much.
That's how they ruined it. I think it was they overproduced his voice to make it go with the vibe. I think when obviously I feel like he wanted The Weeknd, but the Abel was like, nah.
The Weeknd would have been okay on this song, but like this song, no. Especially with Michael on it, it's like, nah, this is hard pass for me, bro. I was disrespected when I heard this shit. Like, this is it. This is the unreleased Michael cut, bro.
Yeah.
This is how it's being put to use. Nah, leave my man alone, bro. Don't ruin his legacy with this bullshit, bro.
Bro, did you see
Michael puts out hits, bro.
Memes?
Nah. There's a reason this shit didn't come out.
They were saying that there was a fucked up.
I saw it. Joe Jackson went up to heaven and told Michael to get back to work. Yeah, I saw that shit, bro.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I laughed, but I was like, damn, dog. That's like too soon, bro.
Nah, you know how the internet is, bro.
Yeah, they go in immediately. That shit is crazy.
I'm sorry, but just, nah. Hard pass for me, bro. That's not how you.
I don't know.
That's not how you use a Michael Jackson feature, bro.
That one's borderline fire for me.
You're tripping.
Nah, man, I'm for
hard
real.
Pass for me. Disrespecting my man like that. After Dark was fire. Even though it was like on some Tank shit, that shit was fuego.
Yeah, that shit was dope. That was the R&B Drake.
That was super R&B, like Tank, Genuine type shit right here, bro.
Genuine, yeah, for real though.
And this is the Ty Dolla $ign feature you were saying it was fire.
Oh, the Static?
Static Major and Ty Dolla $ign. This was fuego.
Yeah, dog. That shit was fire. I mean, Ty Dolla $ign just... That felt like a Ty Dolla $ign song. Like, it felt like he brought that to
It
Drake
really does.
and was like, yeah, you want to do something on it?
Almost a lot of features that Ty Dolla $ign is on sounds like Ty Dolla $ign songs, though, so...
Yeah, well, he just does that to the fucking music. Like, everything he's been on. Because wasn't he on... Oh, he's just been on too much shit.
It just changes. Every time you hear Ty Dolla $ign's song, the voice and like vocals, it changes the whole like feel of the song, honestly. Into his own shit, like The Weeknd used to do for a lot of people's shit. He's like almost on that level. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit below.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Party Next Door. He was kind of in the project with some sprinkled in background vocals on is it the song that you hate?
No, he was featured on Ratchet Happy Birthday.
Oh, he's featured on it? Okay.
I don't think he had like a verse or anything, but he had vocals for sure. It was probably his song, honestly. You know he'd be right off the camp.
I think Party gave him the shit, but
just like The Weeknd gave him half of Drake's best album.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the B-side is Party Next Door shit.
So you can tell me just Jack Party's whole album? And nah, that'd be disrespectful, bro.
I mean,
bro, hit that camera for me real quick.
Man. A lot of it sounds like Summer Games sounds like a Party Next Door idea.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his R&B shit feels influenced by a lot of the people in his camp, for sure.
Yeah. But where did we leave off? We were at...
Yo, hit that camera for me real quick.
Don't matter to me. No, okay.
Nah, we were After Dark, which we said was Fuego. Next one is Final Fantasy.
After Dark was fire.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, man.
Which is...
That's fire.
I'll give it borderline Fuego.
At first, it was weird, because I'm like, is Drake rapping like that? Like, what is Drake saying now? And the reason I'd say it's fire is because I just like... It reminded me of when Khaled sampled Santana and how that song was super fire, but like I wanted
because it was basically Santana's song
to be somebody else. I know, but I wanted like, and then I felt like Bryson Tiller wasn't good for it. And then when I heard this, I was like, this feels like a sample, but it's not. But I mean, it gave me that vibe, but I liked it better than that song. I thought that song had more air than that song. But I don't think it'll play in the club the same way at all. So like,
of course not. That had Rihanna, and it was a Santana song. Santana's already massive hit song. You know what I'm saying? So like, come on.
Yeah, but I just think production wise, this beat and the way the song came out is a little better.
No, the beat was dope. March 14th, his last confessional. It was Fuego. He talks a lot about his kid.
Fire, man.
He tells all.
But that's what's weird. That song was like, that was an awkward outro.
Yeah. But again, you know the album was set up differently before what happened and after.
Yeah, man. That's weird. That's what's so weird though. It's like.
So, I mean, Pusha T kind of ruined the song for me because it wasn't like, if it was like the big reveal, then it would have been like so much more impactful. But now that we already knew what it was, it all feels like he's responding to that, even though he probably wrote this song before that.
Yeah, March 14th, I feel like was definitely written before, but the Pusha T shit, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, you made a whole song about, and I was like, oh wait, let me think about if this came out, if he wrote and recorded this before.
He probably did, but it feels so different after Pusha T's whole shit. Like, it changes the way you listen to the music. I'm sorry.
Oh, true. But then, honestly, but that's the thing is, like, the Pusha T stuff distracted me a little bit from, like, trying to catch Drake in his own bullshit anyway. Like, trying to hear him, you know, because, like, he's fucking mentioning his kid in, like, 4 songs, like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
And like,
it feels like he's like feeling like he's trying to make up for something, basically. That's sort of because of the Pusha T shit. Like, if he did it without the Pusha T situation, it's just like, oh, he's telling us about, you know what I'm saying, da da da. But because of the Pusha T shit, it changes the way I hear him talking about like his situation with this kid.
For real. Because, like, Emotionless, when he put that line in there, that was, like, that's the impactful line.
Which line? I mean, which one was it? Was that the song where he's like, I'm not hiding my son from the world? I'm
hiding the world from my kid. Yeah, that's that line.
Or I'm not I'm
not hiding I'm not hiding my kid from the world. I'm hiding the world from my kid. Yeah.
Which sounded like, nigga, it's not lying.
Bro, I swear to God, when I first heard that,
it's not lying, bro.
And I was like, man.
This nigga out here cornballing for you, bro. Nah, bro.
I was like, he kind of does have a point, but at the same time, just because of what happened, that's why it's fucked up.
And because of his situation with the girl, like, nah, that's how I know
that's
shit.
Exactly why, because he made it sound like
because he ain't want this shit.
Like he's not a deadbeat dad and stuff. But
yeah, but he was saying he ain't want this. He ain't want the single family. He ain't want the split family and all that. Like, it's an accident. Man, I'm saying type shit. It happened one time. Like he said, that's when I was like, all right, bro. Like you look a little corny right now doing all this shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying, because the energy change is about that same subject. He was like, he's sounding. How did he go from like oh, like it's all good. Like we were celebrating and blah. The first time we, celebrated a positive test, like, but
So, I mean, that's probably a big reason I didn't feel this album so much. The energy just felt off to me.
I feel like he got sad. I feel like he threw in a bunch of like, let me explain. I think that was the last.
I told you, he had like 5 confessionals on here. Like, the energy was off, bro.
Those are probably the last tracks he like every confession. Well, not all of them, but at least 2 of these joints. The, Survival, fucking shit. Obviously, he wrote that after. What if he... No, because he said something about it, right?
Yeah. Nah, because you could tell. I don't know if he wrote it completely, but he wrote a lot of shit.
I mean,
like,
it almost just seemed like, why would he even talk about it if it wasn't?
Yeah, if you're not even gonna really address it, that's how I was feeling. But if you're not really going to address it, then why are you talking about this shit, bro?
Well, that's what was weird too, because he was talking about very specific situations, so it made me sound like it was like, oh, he's about to get real specific
without saying, won't say the name, won't like really.
Well,
really
yeah, he didn't say
it,
Diddy, he didn't say Meek. I was like, okay.
Didn't say Pusha for sure, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
And that's what was crazy is that song, Your Wifey. That whole song sounded so weird to me. Like, true. Like when I heard that, I was like, on what's that? Is that 8 out of 10?
8 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. That whole
That's the one I told you. It felt like I love the song, but it feels awkward after. I don't know how you just got played by Pusha. It felt awkward.
That probably was the most awkward song for me.
But it's fire.
Pusha T.
But it's awkward.
It's hot. It's real dope, but it's awkward. It's real awkward.
Because he's basically talking about ending his career and shit. Like, I kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah,
I'm rich. I'm richer than the other guys that you all made rich. Basically, buying into the beef and all that shit. Like, okay, but he just fried you, and then like, maybe this isn't the best way to respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I know, but that's why.
Because it felt like he was bragging about it. Like, why are you bragging about an L, bro? Like, why you bring that shit up?
And that's why I felt really like conflicted, because he was bragging about it, but then he did the mob ties thing. Like, it was like somebody like making fun of you and then running behind your big brother, you know? Like oh you can't fuck with me, and then they like run behind their boys or some shit, and then you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna fuck with us? Like, that's what it felt like. Like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna stop rapping, like, fuck that. If I'm getting embarrassed, mob ties. Like.
I don't know. So I gave it a 3 out of 5. It just felt rather uninspired in the energy.
Damn.
A flat 3.
Damn.
It felt rather uninspired, and
that's crazy.
The emotion and feels it was completely off. And if you're comparing this to his other albums, which you have to, because
you have to.
It's just not on par for me. It's cool, but it's not something that I'm like blown away by it, and it's probably one that I'm not gonna like run back to.
Yeah.
In like a month, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like,
I'll have at least.
There's always moments, so there's always songs you go back to, but it's
still
not
in
like
rotation. But
I feel like people are gonna move on quick from it. That's how I feel. Quicker than normal than it's out for his albums.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, probably. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Because he's like the king of the charts and shit,
That's not even a question, but of course, but.
I mean, not right now, but yeah. I mean, it's like he got the record for the longest runs and blah, blah, blah. So it's like.
It's not even a question about that. Of course, he's going to have the numbers. But it's just, compared to that shit, it just wasn't. I wasn't that excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, I'm not shitting on it. Like, I give it a, like, what is it, C+? I guess that's a 75, 7.5.
It's like a 3.5.
3.5? 3.5. Give it 3.5. Let's see.
No, I mean, you guys heard our opinion about it for like a good hour. We went through every track, talked about it. I mean, I still think Therese's opinion is mostly trash on the album, but I mean,
What do you think of Finesse? Tell Dario he's crazy if he thinks Finesse is trash.
Y'all let us know what you thought about the album. Did it live up to your expectations? Did he answer a lot of the questions that you had and the critiques? And did he go about it in the right way? Yeah, just let us know in the comments wherever this goes up. We did not get to Tiana Taylor's, obviously, because we talked about this for so long. But we will get to that next time, and we will get to the top 20 next time.
Yeah.
Of the albums so far, and and we're gonna have a nice little debate on that one too.
Definitely. Oh, do you think that Nicki feature means Drake's gonna have a feature on her project in August?
I mean, I think it's almost a guarantee that he's gonna be on her album.
Yeah.
Yeah. She already tried it with a single, but obviously that single was trash, so she moved on.
Right.
She had him and Wayne, and it was trash still. So. Oh yeah, that's one news I guess we didn't talk about is Wayne is finally off of Cash Money. So is Drake. So Wayne is saying Carter 5. We're just working out the release date.
Oh, and that fucked with my head too with the whole Drake album, bro. Because of this bullshit. I was like, did he made it a certain length so he could get out of the contract? Like, I think some of the reason why it's 25 is because he needed to cut 2 albums, but we wanted to get one. He just wanted to do it in one shot.
I don't know. But they're both off, so I don't know about Nicki's situation, but Wayne is free, man. So we're gonna see about this Carter 5 real soon.
Yeah, I mean,
gosh, I'm not that optimistic about an album that's like 4 years old now. I feel like you just gotta scrap that whole thing and like start it.
Well, yeah, he's gonna call it the Carter 5, but I'm sure there might be like 2 things saved that are completely reworked, and like it's gonna have to be new shit, cause like
it's gonna feel real dated if he doesn't update it.
Yeah, cause there's a whole new vibe. Like everybody's listening to new shit now.
Whole new different style of music. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
Yeah, like the speed. I think like the BPM of the beats and shit is all different. So like, he's got to get on our shit, the new shit.
Well, we'll find out soon. Hopefully, he's free, so we're good on that.
Is he getting that check from Baby?
I don't know if he's gonna get the check, but he's free. Yeah, so let us know about any of the music we talked about, any of the news we talked about. Definitely let us know about this Drake album, what you thought about it. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been listening to it over the weekend, of course. I mean, y'all have a good 4th of July. Oh, we will be having a special discount starting tomorrow on the Rebel hats for 4th of July that you can see Doris wearing right now. They're so fire. So be on the look for that. If you have any questions, comments, topic suggestions, or anything else, do so below in the comments wherever this goes up, or email us at podcast@livelifeairs.co, or go to livelifeairs.co/podcast. You can follow us anywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Living Life Fitness, or at LLF Official, or the LLF Official. Not too hard to find us. And if you like, what you're hearing right here, comment, subscribe, share, like, do whatever, man. It helps us out greatly. And we'll be back very shortly with more content. So thank you for listening, like always, and keep living life fearless.
Keep living life fearless, y'all. Music
Peace.
Files.